Hey beautiful Hair Lounge community, Angelina in the Hair Lounge. Today we're gonna talk all about hair feathers. You got that right, we're bringing back that trend from 2011, 2012, and we are gonna put some hair feathers in our hair. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. If anybody follows fashion whatsoever, we all know that fashion or style trends cycle through. Normally it takes about a decade for things to kind of come back and rear its head, like tie-dyes back in, or neon colors. So the same is with hair feathers. I started noticing on TikTok, kind of those TikTok stars were starting to wear hair feathers. So I decided let's hop on the trend and show you guys how to install hair feathers on your hair. I don't know if anybody got into the hair feather trend back in 2011, 2012, but there was kind of controversy around it because majority of the hair feathers would come from rooster tails because they have really pretty colors in their tails. And those ones you can curl. But I'm a huge animal lover, so I decided to get synthetic hair feathers. So these hair feathers you are not going to be able to curl with like a curling iron or a flat iron. So just know that when you're selecting hair feathers. But as always, I will link down below in the description box the hair feathers that I decided to get. That way, if you wanted to try them too, you can get them. This is what they look like. Look at all of those really fun colors. So you get your hair feathers. You also get a application tool, and it has a fun little hook on the very tip of it to make it super, super easy to get the feather in your hair. You also are going to get beads and a tool to clamp those beads. When you're placing the hair feathers in your hair, you need to decide how you're going to wear your hair or what your end style is going to be. For me personally, today is the 4th of July. So I wanted to be a little bit festive and we're gonna do red and blue in my hair, but I am going to be braiding this top section of my hair back and out of my face. So I wanna make sure when I'm putting that hair feather in my hair, I'm hiding where that bead and that hair feather is going to be. So you wanna hide it underneath a layer of your hair. So since I'm going to be pulling most of this back, I am going to clip it up and out of the way. And then I'm also going to lift up kind of the top layer of my hair. So that way when my hair is down, this hair will lay up over the top of that hair feather and hide the bead because no one wants their, extension or bead to be showing. So here's the super fun red hair feather. You want to start with the application tool with the bead onto the tool, just like that. And then like I said, there's a little hook on the tip of this, and that is going to help you grab the hair that you're going to be using to get that hair feather into your hair. You do not want the hair that you're grabbing to be super, super thick because you want the bead and the hair feather and your hair to fit all inside that silicone bead. So let's get up close and personal so you guys can see how much hair I'm gonna be grabbing. So you wanna make sure it's fairly thin and there is not a lot of hair in there, but there's enough to where you're not gonna be pulling your hair out or the bead or the hair feather is not gonna slip out. So you wanna make it more of a square shape, just like that. Can you see that? And then you're going to use this clasp on this hook. You can see I opened it and this is where that clasp is. So you can see that. And you're going to grab that hair into that hook. And then you're going to close that clasp and then move the bead on this hook up, and that hair is going to pull straight through. So now you can see that bead is on the section of hair that I grabbed. Then I'm gonna slide that bead up as close as I can get it to my scalp, and we are going to take that red feather and we are going to slide it right inside where that bead is. So it is inside there, and we are going to get it as close to my scalp as possible without the hair extension kind of popping up. You want it to be flush up against your scalp. You also want to make sure that that hair feather is not poking your head at all. You almost want it to be at the very tip top of that bead before you actually clamp it in. You can see that it's barely poking out of the bead right there, and it's not poking me in the scalp, and you want it to lay flush with your scalp before you clamp it. So then we're going to take our pliers and we are going to clamp that bead to secure it. Make sure you squeeze it tight enough so it is really in there, just like that. Now we're gonna go in with our blue extension, and we're gonna do it right back behind that red feather. You can space it out if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's all personal preference on where you want that hair feather to be, but you do exactly the same thing. Small section, and make sure it is laying flush, just like that red one. Look at how fun and festive that is. Like I said, there's so many different colors, so you do not have to do red and blue. Like I said, it's the 4th of July, so that's why I'm doing that on my hair. And now I'm gonna match it on this other side. Look at how fun that is. So as you can see, it is a lot longer than my hair. So this is when I would take scissors and just trim it up. No, you cannot add on hair after it's already cut. So be very, very generous when you are cutting it, so you're not upset if you cut too much off of it. And then because I do not want the ends of the hair extensions to be blunt, I am also gonna take my thinning shears just to kind of soften the very bottom of that hair, so it doesn't have kind of that blunt cut on the very, very ends. See, it just kind of softens it. You can see the difference. It blends in a lot better on this left side than the right side. It's not as square looking on the bottom. Now we're gonna do exactly the same thing. Okay, now we're gonna let down the rest of that hair so you guys can see the finished result. All right, now you guys can see the end results with these really fun and festive hair feathers. Like I said, there's tons of different color options, so you do not have to do ones that are bright blue or bright red. They do have some that if your hair is super blonde, you could put the white ones in. And then they do also have kind of more ones that look brown. So if you have blonde hair, those ones would be super, super cute in there. But it is fun for your younger girls. I put these in my daughter's hair. She wanted hot pink ones. So hair feathers, I'm telling you guys, they are coming back. And did you see how easy that was? Super easy to put in your hair, and it's just enough to change up your hairstyle if you're wanting to try something new. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to do hair feathers on yourself. As always, if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment box below. To find all the products that I used today, check the description box for super easy links to get all the hair feathers that I used today. And as always, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous day and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.